Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here planning for the week of October 6th through the 12th. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner. For this week, I'm also using a kit from B&R Paper Crafts. This one's called Royal. For most of the week, we are going to be in Italy, and so I wanted to use some of these boxes, especially like these ones that are very like ornate buildings. I think that's going to kind of fit into the vibes, especially when we're in Rome. So this is a deluxe kit with matte vinyl. So this is full boxes. Here's bottom washi and date covers, glittery boxes, non-glittery boxes, functional stuff, 4 more full boxes and a bunch of icons, more functional stuff, and then 4 more full boxes and some glitter headers. So I think my plan is to use the glitter headers, obviously, and this stuff. And then I'm going to use these guys as well. So I think my plan is going to be to scatter the full boxes? Question mark? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go with scattered full boxes. It's a little bit more work to set up, but I think it does turn out really cute. I think I'm going to skip this silver color headers and use the other 3 just because I think I like that vibes, and we're going to see how that goes. So I'm going to stick all of this stuff down and then I will be right back so we can do the interesting bits. All right, here is where we are at so far. I think it's looking cute. It's fun, it's bright. So excited for that. Let's see, for the full boxes, I've got these 4. And then I've got these 4. And then I've got these 9. Okay, so ones that I for sure want to use. I for sure want to use this one and this one and this one. Those are like the 3 that are for sure the most. So that's 3. I need 8 in total. So I think other ones that might be good fits. I feel like this one's a good fit, the rose. I also have these 2 perfume bottles. I feel like that could work. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I just need 2 more. So I think this one goes, but I don't know what would go with it. I could use potentially the sword with it. Sure, let's use those 2 as my last 2. Okay, so I think these 2 go together. These 2 go together. The 2 perfume bottles obviously go together. So that leaves these 2 as the odd ones out. I think I'm going to use the fountain as my quote box because I feel like this is the one that looks the most Italian of any of the boxes that we have. And so then I'll put the rose on Thursday to go with it. I'm following the tan headers. Cream? I don't know what color to call it, but whatever. Okay, so there's that one. I don't think I actually have anything from that page, so I can put that one back. So I have the perfume bottles, these 2, and then these 2. So I think maybe I'll use these 2 next. So then that puts this one here. I always have a little extra space on the bottom one, but that's fine. And then this one becomes Wednesday's box. Up here. These ones on the top are where we have the least extra space. Okay, not perfect, but I'm just gonna leave it. Oh, it's really gonna bother me. So getting the headers perfectly aligned is a challenge, and then also getting these boxes perfectly aligned is a challenge. Okay, that looks a little better at least. And then I think maybe these two guys next. I think that'll go. If I can get this one picked up, that would be ideal. There we go. There's that one. And then this is going on Tuesday. Tuesday is just a travel day for us, so we won't actually see any of Italy on Tuesday, but that's all right. And then the perfume bottles go last. So I think I'm gonna put that one in this order. With this one here, and then I'm gonna stick this one over here on Sunday. Nope. I'm not sure what exactly is crooked, but whatever it is, this doesn't look very good right now. Could be everything, to be honest. Okay, that looks all right. So there's the full boxes scattered, and I think they look pretty cute. Moving on to the sidebar. I think I'm gonna leave a bit of space on the sidebar this time because I don't have like a lot of stuff that I really like desperately need to have in there because most of the week will be spent traveling. So I'm gonna leave gaps so that it can just stay nice and open. So first off, I'm gonna stick in this week box. There we go. And then I think one habit tracker, I'm gonna use the blue one because I really wanna pull in a little color into here. There we go. That's going to be for reading. Do I wanna stick in a book? Sure. When I travel, I'm not as good about actually getting my reading done, but I have read for essentially every day since like 2020, 2019, something like that. So just wanted to make sure I get my reading in. Do I want to do like a daily highlight? Do I want to do a daily meals highlight? Maybe I'll still do meals. Which is my usual thing that I track. That gap is a little too big, I think. This does put 2 blue in the row, but I think that's gonna be fine. And then I'm gonna do this weekly box, which is my standard meal tracker. There we go. This meals header looks slightly crooked now. Everything is just a little extra hard today, apparently. Okay, there we go. And then this does leave me like this little space down here. I don't know what I want to put down there. I could put this little half box. And then what else would I want to put in? Sure, I'm going to put in the little half box. I'm gonna make it obviously not aligned. I think that's enough not aligned with the bottom washi that it doesn't look weird. And then I think I could fit one of these boxes that's this size. So maybe I'll use this one. And just kind of center it in the space left. I don't know what I'll put in that box, but I'm sure I can figure out something. Okay, I think that covers all the pre-planning. Moving on to Monday, that's gonna be like a crazy busy day. So since I know it's gonna be a crazy busy day, I think I'm gonna just stick in a checklist right now because I know that I'm gonna need a whole bunch of activities done that day. Up at the top, I do have work. Usually I just use like a little skinny box for that, and I think I will continue to do that. So little skinny box up there for work. Not sure it's straight, I'm just gonna leave it. And then the other thing that is going up on Monday will be my plan with me. So maybe I will use one of these guys. So I'm gonna put this up like so, and then I'm gonna just stick the little planner emoji on it. There we go. I think that will work. Moving on to Tuesday. This is when we start all the traveling and stuff like that. So we start out at the beginning of the day with a pretty easy, like, hour flight down to New York City. So I'm just gonna stick this in up at the top here. And I'm not gonna put like any icons or anything for that. I think that's totally fine. And then I am going to stick down at the bottom. I think I want it to be like, do I want a glitter? Do these boxes take up more space? Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna use one of these guys down here at the bottom. And do I have an appropriate icon? So we're going to be flying. I'm going to use this little night guy because it's a red eye. So that'll get us to Paris overnight, and we land Wednesday morning in Paris. The first thing that I want to put on Wednesday, I think I'm just going to use one of these little skinny guys to put it in, but it is my husband's birthday. So I'm just going to stick that up at the top. And then after that, we are going to have maybe one of these. We will have our flight to Rome. And then I'm not sure what we're doing for the rest of the day. Moving on to Thursday, I think that's Colosseum Day, but I'm not totally sure, so I don't want to fill it in. Friday is definitely the Vatican as our day. I don't want to put in any of those things, I don't think, right now, so I'm just going to leave it blank. Saturday, we are going to Florence, and then Sunday is pretty up in the air, but I kind of don't want to fill in anything for any of those days because I'm just not sure how much space I want each individual thing to take up, how I'm going to divide things up, stuff like that. So I think I'm going to leave it pretty bare bones, and we're going to go with this for the pre-planning. I obviously have tons of stuff that's still left in here to be able to use. I do also have the pages with full boxes and then glitter headers that I can use as well if I for some reason need it. But I think we're going to stick here for the pre-planning, so stick around for just a second to see the finished spread. All right, here is the mostly finished spread. I forgot to fill in some things over here. So we'll do that right now. Let's see. I did do my reading. And then fill in some food. I mean, the answer is basically always pasta when we're in Italy, is it not? We're just gonna go with pasta all the days. And then what did we eat? Probably pasta. We're just gonna call that every day I ate pasta. And then there we go. All right, I did finish the week now. So this is the finished spread for the week. I think it turned out really cute, fun. The colors are unusual for fall, but I think it's super beautiful for sure. And it was a really good week. And I mean, we actually saw the Trevi Fountain, although that was over here. But I think it turned out really good for the week. It was super busy on Monday, and then travel day Tuesday and most of Wednesday. And then we did the Colosseum, Vatican, a day in Florence, and then the Trevi Fountain and a couple of museums. So overall, a really good week. As expected, this is an ultimate kit. I have a ton left over in this kit for me to use at some other point in the future. I have these 2 little boxes left that I honestly forgot about, but I think it turned out really good, so I'm gonna throw this into my leftovers, and I'm gonna call this a finished spread. So as always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything that you want to leave me a fountain emoji for the Trevi Fountain, since we were in Rome. Anyway, that's all I have for today, and until next time, bye.